days ago, Taylor ended the European leg of the Eras Tour in London. And she completely surprised the crowds when as soon as the show ended, she dropped the music video for I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. She wasn't lying when she said, "They never see it coming, what I do next." Because nobody saw this coming. Or Florence joining her on stage for Florida. I think everybody was still clowning Reputation. Now, this music video is not the typical Taylor Swift type of music video where it's just like filled with Easter eggs, but rather it's quite special that it shows the behind the scenes of the Eras Tour. And I think it could be actually hinting at something huge, but before we get into that, let's just go through the video. So the video starts off with this interesting shot of the AT&T Stadium. It's also called Jerry's World. It's in Arlington. Now, it's an interesting choice that she picked this one. I wonder what it means, because knowing Taylor, it must mean something. This scene is from really early on the tour. I think this could have been night 5, 6, or 7. Is it an Easter egg for something? Is it hinting at something? I have no idea why this shot. We know that Sofi Stadium is the one that she used for the Eras Tour movies, so it's interesting that here we get something from Arlington. Okay, so I'm recording this while editing, so I'm sorry if there's a huge quality drop in the audio now. But I just realized that the Arlington shows is where Taylor switched Invisible String to The One. These are the dates that it was rumored that her and Joe broke up. So I wonder if that is the reason that she included this at the beginning of the video, because then that's kind of genius, because that is where the whole story of I Can Do It With a Broken Heart began. Anyway, we watch the stadium start to fill up, and then we cut to behind the scenes where we see them doing this very cute like team huddle. Is that what they're called? Huddle? And then the Eras Tour behind the scenes secrets kind of begin to unfold. Because this video, I think, answers quite a lot of the questions that we had. For example, what is it like for Taylor to come up at the start of the show? Now we get to see the cramped space she's in, how it looks to have those like lover flags above your head. And we get to learn also how Taylor moves from one side of the stage to the other. What it's like for her to come out from behind the stage. And we see her getting into the cleaning cart, which I don't know if this confirms it, because I know we all knew, we had like theories, but I think it wasn't confirmed, was it? And now she's like showing us. And I did always wonder, like, is she standing there? Do they give her a seat? And now we can see that not only does she have a seat, she has a little table with these like waving cats. I think they're called Maneki Neko. I have no idea if this is an Easter egg for anything, or it's just like the 3 cats representing her 3 cats. Maybe it's like a comfort thing for her to not get claustrophobic, just to give it a more relaxing mood in that little space. She also has what seems like a little fan, and I think one of the things there looked like a screen, but it was not on, so it wasn't clear for me to know if it was a screen or not. Can you imagine being in like full hair and makeup and then having to get in that little cart without a fan on a really hot day? Like, it will just butcher everything. So I actually took a video of the cleaning cart coming into the stage for the show that I went to, because obviously I knew or had heard the rumors about this, but it's just really cool to have it confirmed. Then we get some footage of the rehearsal space, and we also get shots of the on-stage rehearsals with Taylor in full costume and performing to an empty space. It's so interesting to see it. Also, the screens having like the input thing, because obviously nothing is rolling. Also, I live in the Netherlands, which is the land of biking, and yet this kind of gave me anxiety to see, because the space is so narrow, and having to bike through there, I feel like if you're going kind of fast, I would be nervous to like just hit the wall, and I'm really curious if that ever happened to them. We also get this very cute scene where we finally all get to experience what it's like, or what the POV is like, of getting the 22 hats. And we get a shot of her diving into the stage, which I know is also something highly discussed, like who is someone catching her, what is she landing on, and it's just really cool to see how it works. And obviously, it's not that it's hard to guess how it works, but it's just very interesting to actually see it happening. Then we get this shot that seems to be out of the Antihero music video, but what this actually is her recording things that we're gonna use as backdrop for the Eras Tour. So during her Antihero performance, she has that clip of her destroying stuff, and it's not part of the music video, it was filmed just for the Eras Tour. Then we see her at the end of the show being carried away with like a water bottle, which, man, after a show like this, can you imagine how exhausted you are? Probably thirsty, probably hungry, and probably just dying to go to sleep. But I have heard that actually artists really struggle to go to sleep after a show, because it's so weird to go from all the noise to really quiet. But this tour is absolutely legendary, that it needs a little bit more behind the scenes than just this. Which leads me to think that this might actually just be kind of of a teaser for a whole behind the scenes documentary, and maybe she's even gonna call it I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, because what a perfect title for this. And I know we've been clowning Rep for a while, but I feel like if we can expect anything to drop after the Eras Tour is completely finished, I think it's gonna be this documentary. What do you guys think? I mean, it's not that far-fetched for a theory, right? Like, this is one of the biggest tours in the whole world. For sure the tour with the highest revenue, and I think the third largest in the world for like the number of attendees. And I mean, just the production for it is crazy. It would be almost a crime to not document how they put it all together, how things work, and I think it would just be another theater quality thing for her to put out. And I have to say, I'm very excited about it, and I want to hear like her thoughts on everything. So she dives on the stage, lands on that thing. Is she scared? Does it hurt? Is it annoying to do? Is there anything from the production that she regrets now? It's so interesting, all the things that go on behind this, that I really hope that we're going to be able to get more details. And I did see kind of mixed reviews for this music video, and I think that people that are not really happy with it is because they wanted to see more, and I think that's kind of the next step of it. I do think this might be teasing a documentary. But that was it for this video. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!